Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Crypto Crow, and I am live. It is 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and figured I'd come live and share some news and share some fun things. It is my birthday month, and I honestly get very weird around my birthday month. And this has been the worst birthday month probably ever that I can remember, quite frankly. And what's up, Alex? I have been just so beyond stressed, emotional. My wife and I have actually been watching carpool karaoke now for the last few nights, which I do not know why, but for whatever reason, it just gets me all welled up every time. I don't know why. I tell you what, man, the stress of just the world around me lately has just been really bogging me down. I mean, it's been frustrating. It's been sad. It's been scary. There's just so much going on. And my wife is with me. I just told her, I'm really just tired of everything. I'm really tired of everything. And, the only good thing is Bitcoin peaking out at like $18,500. And that's good news, at least. But, you'll looking at the chart, you'll see we basically peaked up at around 18.5 grand. And then very quickly dropped back down to 17,000 and then went right back up. And we've just been like a lot of volatility. I mean, major swings in the price. And this has all been just relative to the last like 2 days. So that's good, but my birthday is it's in like 4 days. 4 days and another year older. And with as old as I am now, I've decided I'm not even going to be dyeing my hair anymore. I'm not even going to waste the time. It is what it is. And I think it's really kind of, I'm getting to a point where, I hate the way it looks on video, quite frankly. I hate the way it looks on YouTube, unless I dye it. But then when I dye it for YouTube, it just looks weird everywhere else. And it is what it is. Look, folks, I'm me. And I have really worked hard to try and adapt to my YouTube style now all through the bear market. Trying to find that happy place, that place that I've been trying to emulate some other people, and I've been trying to figure out what works, what format for content works, what is saying too much, what is talking too much. And I've just kind of realized, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. And I feel like the people that have been with me on this channel now for years at this point, and the majority of you are still here, even now in this live. I don't think you're with me just because I talk about the latest and greatest, but I think some of you guys genuinely care about my perception on a lot of things. And, my perspectives on things. So I figure I'm not going to hold back from a lot of that anymore. And I'm just going to continue speaking my mind instead of trying to constantly, I don't know, like keep everything super short. I mean, some of my edited videos are going to continue being relatively shorter. But when I go live, I'm just going to talk about whatever. And I do have some cool stuff to show. And, but I just, man, my eyes have just been opening so much to so many things lately. And I don't even really want to get into it all right now, but man, what a month it's been. I really hope it gets better. I really do. But, Bitcoin's been a lot of fun lately. I will say that. So that's been pretty cool. Although, this article, I'm kind of like, oh gosh, it's articles like this that are going to set people up. Now, and I also want to say too that the Axion paid promotion that I did in yesterday's video that's been doing very well. The 10 altcoins that have been outperforming Bitcoin in 2020. And at the end of that, there was a paid promotion, and it seems like I'm catching some hate because there are a lot of like Axion fanboys in the comments basically yelling at me because I wasn't telling everybody to run out and buy it and this and that. And You know, look, guys, like, I'm always willing to do paid mentions and paid promotions or even paid reviews, but I have a system, and everybody knows that system. And, you know, I was definitely making, some people are saying, you know, why would you be that? You know, that was a paid promotion, and you kept saying that it was a paid promotion, and that, you know, you were telling everybody to research it and this. And I'm like, how is any of that a bad thing? Like, I think some people are under the, maybe people that aren't familiar with me. Listen, I definitely know, and I feel that I do have a responsibility as a YouTuber, and my responsibility is to try and educate people as best I can. And if I don't have the ability to do that, I am going to at least encourage you to educate yourself, especially on paid stuff. Because look, it was a paid mention, it wasn't a full review, so I didn't do a deep dive, and I wasn't 100% confident, and I didn't understand every nuance of that project 100%. I wasn't paid to put in that time. I was paid to basically say, look, here's something else that exists, go look into it. And that's exactly what I did, and I feel very good about that. And yes, I did announce multiple times that it was a paid promotion, because I've been disclosing my paid content since before it was ever even really a thing on YouTube, because it's just the right damn thing to do. And if you don't like it, that's tough shit. Don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to pump a project that you got in early for the sake of you making a bajillion dollars off of my back just because you love the project. It is what it is. That's not what I was paid to do, and I don't do that any. For those of you who are new here and you don't understand who the fuck I am yet, just because somebody pays me a Bitcoin to do a review on their project does not mean I won't tell you it's dog shit anyway. That is how I've always been. Any company that works with me and does a paid review or any paid content with me knows and understands, at least they should, especially by now, that if your project is shit, I have no problem telling the world that you exist, but that you're shit. People pay for exposure on YouTube channels. They are not paying me for glowing fake ass reviews and basic. I'm never gonna sell my soul for $1, because if one company says we can't risk crow, our project is dog shit and we know it, and we're basically gonna throw caution to the wind and throw this cat some cash in hopes that he says a whole bunch of great stuff about us. The companies that aren't willing to risk that because they know their projects are terrible, or they have a lot of holes or a lot of problems, and they know that I'm going to find them and call them out, be gone then. Be gone. I don't give two shits, because there are 10 other companies right behind you with legitimate projects willing to do the same thing. So I'm not pressed. It is what it is. And if you don't fucking like it, go watch any one of the schmucks out there that'll sell their mother to make a fucking Bitcoin. I don't care, but stay off of my channel. That's all there is to it. So anyway, anyway, FOMO begins. Bitcoin adoption explodes to the highest level since previous parabolic peak. 2020 was undeniably the year of Bitcoin. No financial assets have acted as a better safe haven, insurance policy, protection against inflation, and more, all while being the top performing mainstream investment asset in terms of ROI. Newly created Bitcoin addresses capture rates not seen since crypto bubble peak. Basically, the whole gist of this whole damn article is that everything's getting better, everything's blowing up, everything's doing really, really well, everybody's going to make $1 bajillion until Bitcoin peaks. When articles like this start coming out all the time, people start buying in little small $10, $20, $100 amounts in Bitcoin while the whales fucking dump it because they know that it's the time. If you look at the chart, you can see we've had a very, very, very significant uptrend. Let's put this on a daily. Screw it. Let's look at this on a daily chart. Pow, look at that shit. All the way down here, 3,700. Boom, all the way up here. This was back in March. How is 3,800 in March of 2020? Alrighty then. I guess we wicked down there. But I mean, look, you're talking about March. Just in, let's see, July, September, September. Now we hit into October. So what did I say? What did I say all the way back? And I don't even remember when I did that video. Was it August? I don't even remember what I did that video. And I basically said that in a bull market, what happens in October is just going to be slingshotted in November. Whatever. I've pointed this out many, many times. October points the gun, November fires it. If we're in a bear market, October is going to point the gun down and November is going to fire it. In a bull market, it's the opposite. And I was seeing so much FUD about Bitcoin's price as we headed into October and into November. And I basically had to correct that because I'm like, no, that's not. If you go back in time, if you go back through the history of these bull runs, the bull and bear markets and these market cycles in Bitcoin, that's not what you see. And I think that some people were trying to capitalize on that fear and to get views. And I'm like, fuck that. That's not what's happening. Here's what's actually happening. And exactly what I predicted is exactly what's happening now. And for you assholes in the comments sometimes basically talking shit like I don't know what I'm talking about, I know a hell of a lot more than I lead on this fucking channel. And that's a fact, Jack. So while you guys are running around aimlessly trying to figure out what the hell is going on, I try to tell you. And sometimes when I try to share that information, I don't put it all blatantly in front of your face. A, because there's a chance I could be wrong because I'm a human mortal man and I'm not fucking perfect. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some fucking idiot on YouTube. And that's it. And I'm okay with that. But the other side of that is I want you to do the research yourself. I want you to take what's out there and learn for yourself, educate yourself. I don't want to just be the sole educator for a lot of this shit. I want you to be smarter than me. I want you to take what I show you and I want you to educate yourself so that you can educate other people. That's how we get adoption. Not by somebody spoon feeding you all the damn time, a bunch of bullshit every damn day because that's what's either entertaining for you or that's what you think you need to go make some damn money. That's not how it is. Stop being so fucking lazy at every turn. You have to take what we give you and use that to further educate yourself so that when you make that money, you've done it. And if you lose money, you've done it. You can't be running around the internet blaming everybody and their brother about decisions that you made yourself. That's not how this works. But when it comes to big trends and market cycles and things like that, yeah, I'll share my thoughts with you. I'll educate you. I want to point you in the right direction. I feel that's my obligation as a YouTuber, but I'm not going to fill your head with shit. And I'm not going to get very specific in the majority of what I release or I explain. So there you go. But this kind of shit, while it's going to be great overall for Bitcoin's price, because it's going to push a lot of people to buy in and get active and do their thing, that's fantastic. But these kinds of articles typically only start popping when Bitcoin starts to peak out and lose some momentum and we start getting ready for a correction. Because sometimes this is the real world of crypto, folks. Sometimes some of these whales, they short at a peak expecting the short to happen, and then they buy placement on some of these big websites that get shared around all over YouTube and everywhere else like it's legit news. And then they use that article because people start selling so that their shorts come to fruition. Do you understand how the shit works yet? This is the game. This is the game of Bitcoin. And I've learned a long time ago that the game doesn't necessarily work the way we all think it should or does. A lot of it is a hustle. A lot of cryptocurrency investing is a hustle, especially in the early days. You've got to be fucking careful. And this is why I always try to give it to you as straight as I can, because I feel like if there's any value I bring to this world anymore, it's at least the honesty that I give you on this fucking channel. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out, because I'm sick and tired of reading some of you morons in the comments who don't know your ass from a hole in the ground trying to act like you have a clue. Get out. I'm so over it. This month has been shit, and I read some of this stuff and I'm like, you guys have no idea what the fuck I do for you the majority of the time. Yeah, I'll do a paid review and I'm not gonna sell my soul and tell you it's the best thing since sliced bread because somebody gave me a few grand. Get the fuck out of here. That's not worth my reputation, my channel, or anything else. Take whatever bullshit you bought in early and like go enjoy it. Go do whatever you want to with it. I guess on to something funny. I'm ready to fight. I really am. I'm ready to fucking fight. I'm so just like I'm just ready. I need. It's like, and we're basically heading into another lockdown. Another lockdown. I don't know if I can do another few months sitting around doing jack shit. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. Some of you fucking trolls, come over to my house so we can go in my backyard. All of you at the same fucking time. I'm ready to rock, bitch. I'm ready to rock. I'm so serious. I'm like over this constant depression, this constant oppression, this just everything that's going on right now is making me crazy. I'm ready to fucking rumble. I'm ready to go. I'm so sick of all of it. Buy a fucking NFT. How about that? That's how I feel about it. Look, these are cool. Somebody came to me and said, hey, I really want to put you on some NFTs, and we'll sell them, and we're going to donate a chunk of it to charity. What charity do you want the money to go to? And we're working all that stuff out. I've always been a big proponent of Shriners Burn Hospital. A lot of you guys that have been with me since the beginning know. My wife, suffered a burn, and when she, like a really bad one, it's like a grease burn when she was like 4 years old. And Shriners Burn Hospital basically like took her in and helped her. You'd never even know she was burned ever. So yeah, but like, I really do. I wish I wasn't so old, because I would probably still be fighting. But anyway, these are really cool. I mean, they're super cool. They're animated. They're available now, and they're like, depending on the design, like some of them are mythic, some of them are common, some of them are much more rare than others. So, knock yourself out. Go pick some up. Some of them are cheap. And the idea is that once a lot of people start buying these up, then like that's it. Like no, none of them, no more comes. So yeah, check it out. This is at app.rarible.com for those of you that are into this. I'm probably going to update people on sales and things like that over time, so that you kind of know, like if you got some of these early, and I'm always talking about them and promoting them, that over time the ones that you guys bought will be worth more and more over time. I don't guarantee any of that. I'm still learning a lot about the NFT market. I think it's actually pretty damn cool. Some of the stuff is junk. Just generally speaking, a lot of these NFTs I see are just junk. But when people put the time to like create stuff like this exclusive to a YouTuber or somebody in the crypto space or whatever, and they really make something unique that takes a lot of time. I know how much time it takes to make stuff like this. It takes a long time, and it's not easy. And I'm not only honored that somebody has done this. I think honestly, I don't know. I think this purple one's probably my favorite. There's only 25 of them. And I know like they offered to give me some of these to like sell myself, and I just said, no, you take care of it. You can send me a commission or whatever, I don't want to like sell these. I'm much more happy just telling people about them. Go check them out if you're into the NFTs. I haven't dove big into NFTs yet. So, news of crypto. Look, IOHK introduces Smash metadata server for the Cardano ecosystem. Man, I'm still wired. I'm still just so like amped up. I need to take a look at chat, because I saw Damian W. Stay in tune, brother. Tip $20. Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I am in tune. I'm just really burnt out on all the bullshit. I'm just so burnt out on all the bullshit. I'm still waiting for my crypto ATMs, and you know what else? I still don't have a business account for my ATM business. I mean, it's ridiculous. Everything in banking right now, and as it relates to crypto, is a complete catch-22. Apparently, because it's cash intensive, it's so high risk that they want to make sure that you're doing, $500,000 a month in volume on your ATMs before they'll work with you. But you can't do business without an account. So how the hell are you? It's like one thing that I'm telling you, I'm ready for this month to be over. I really am. I'm just ready for this month to be over. And I'm gonna have to read through all these comments. I had a chat box. I guess I don't know what happened. I had a chat thing so that everything shows up in the actual video feed. But anyway, I'm so over it. I just wanted to, I guess I'm just venting. But this is actually really cool. The IOHK, the technology company behind the Cardano blockchain, today announced the introduction of Smash, a stake pool metadata aggregation server, as a new component of the Cardano ecosystem. So if you are a Cardano fan, this is man, I just can't wait for Goguen. Why can't Goguen launch on my birthday, Charles? You freaking slacker. I'm just kidding. He messaged me. He's wanting to go and do a live interview this week to talk about some things. I still don't know what or when. I chatted with Nuno over at Utrust, and he and Sasha want to come live next week. So hopefully that happens next week, and they'll have some really good news. And man, I need some good news. I really do. Normally Bitcoin going up so much so quickly would like just brighten me up, but like against everything else, I'm like, what's it fucking matter, man? What are you gonna do, cash out and then pay Biden 60% taxes? I mean, like, it's like everybody's struggling so hard. Everybody's just doing everything they can to survive, and now what? Like, everybody's taxes are about to go up. Like, it's just asinine. Like, everything is just so asinine. Like, you can throw a dart and you're gonna hit something asinine about what's going on in the world today. I mean, anyway, noting that node decentralization is a key element, a primary reason behind introducing Smash is to allow IOHK to try and minimize the influence of bad actors such as potential attackers, spoof pools, and trolls. However, in order to keep track of the information of the stake pools and to simplify the choice of a pool for the delegates, IOHK maintain that it is crucial that the data is relevant and valid. To address such needs, IOHK developed the Smash server to support operators and ADA owners by validating information about stake pools and storing it as metadata. With respect to how Smash works, each stake pool will be registered on the blockchain together with the metadata required for the calculation of the rewards. This includes owner data, the name of the pool, pool ticker, homepage, and a short description that won't be stored on the blockchain. According to IOHK, it's important to make such information visible and accessible. Additionally, the company said, as well as ensuring, quote, as well as ensuring that registered stake pools are valid, Smash metadata server helps to avoid duplicated ticker names or trademarks. That is a big deal, and that's going to help, because I know my node, I just have the Crow, CROW is my node, which is just blowing up. It's been blowing up. It's like broke through the top 50. I think at one point yesterday it hit like number 37, and then the top pools. I mean, it's been doing really, really well. People have actually even been asking in our Telegram group if the rewards are supposed to be that high. And I'm like, I'm sure there's an average of it, of the system, but yeah, like the pool's just been growing and growing and doing really, really well. But there are other pools that are named very similar to mine, that aren't relevant or have anything to do with me. So we'll see. And ensure that they do not feature content that Cardano users are likely to find offensive. And while I'm on this note, so you guys know, there are bots and scammers that have created multiple Crypto Crow YouTube accounts, and they're in my comments. And I try to go through and I find them and I get rid of them, but I don't know. Just so you guys know, like, don't like, if you see me posting links and stuff or questions, or I'm asking for anything, click the avatar and make sure that takes you back directly to my channel, not some fake channel with 100 subscribers or whatever. They're trying to, like, just be careful when you're in the comments of my videos, because these scammers are just, and I know it's going to get worse, disgusting pieces of shit. Given that scams, trolls, and abusive behavior are an unfortunate part of life online, we had to find a way of filtering potentially problematic actors out of the playing field. So, I mean, you can check this out. Just Google it. This is going to be big for DeFi. This is going to be big for just about everything. And it's just one more step closer to Goguen and the overall use case potential of Cardano, which I am anxiously awaiting. Again, they should have just, I wish that was planned to launch on my birthday. That would have just been, that would have turned this entire shit month into something better. That's for sure. But anyway, CardanoScan.io is a pretty cool tool for those of you that are looking for some extra information and metrics on the blockchain. And then PoolTool.io is another. Lots and lots of data as it relates to the Cardano blockchain. So yeah, check that out. And I am going to check out I'm going to check out comments here for a bit, and then I will sign off. How long have I been going? It was 25 minutes. Man, I really need a drink is what I need. I need like I need some nice scotch. That's what I need. Let's see here. Bots are everywhere now. I know. Crow, have you ever thought of expanding to other video platforms like Lighthouse? I do stuff with Theta TV. I've talked about Theta TV a lot. They're actually one of my tokens that is outperforming Bitcoin in 2020. You know, everything that I do on YouTube is backed up to LBRY, which I think they've even changed the name now to something else, Odyssey or something. I don't remember. I don't remember, but I'm on different platforms. I really like what Theta's doing most. It just really needs to grow. So, Jason, take it from an old fart like me. Smoke a doob and lighten up. It will get better. I'm 74 and it disturbs me that you could stroke out so young. Yeah. Believe me, man, I think about that all the time too. And I try to I mean, pretty much every night this week I've either had some wine or some scotch and just trying to relax so that I can sleep. I've definitely been high strung. I've definitely been stressed out. I mean, at the bottom of this new bull market, you would think I would be absolutely elated, but I'm just disgusted by the world. I'm just disgusted by so much right now. It's really difficult for me. It really is. It's difficult for me. I can't watch any TV. I can't listen to the radio. Everything that I do right now gets me super, super, super emotional. And I'm not even sure exactly why. I've just been really struggling. I mean, like several times I've done videos and my eyes look like I've just been beat up. It's probably because I just spent the night like before just super emotional. It's weird. My wife and I talk a lot about me being like an empath. Like, you know, I just feel everything. I just feel everything. And then I you know, after a while, I just get so drained. I get so drained and I just want to, I close myself up, man. And I need a break. But my blood pressure, I've been losing weight. I'm down like 26 pounds. And, you know, I'm doing everything that I can, believe me. But yeah, there comes a point, yeah, Elton, that's right. There comes a point where people have had enough. The world is screwed up. Crow, do you see this as a whale move? Do I see what as a whale move? The pump to 18.5? I think any significant moves, you know, when you're talking, think about how much money it takes to move Bitcoin just $1,000 in price. I think at one point I calculated it up to be like $21 million or something like that. $21 million needs to go into Bitcoin over exchanges to move the price by like $1,000 bucks. So, but we all know there are a lot of whales out there who have, you know, 4, 5, 6, even sometimes 7 different Bitcoin accounts, and they're basically they're trying to reduce their slippage by buying on multiple platforms, and then they try to buy everything and it's boom. And then they buy more, boom. And we get these pumps, and they're still suffering slippage, but not as much as if they were to do it all on one exchange. And a lot of these guys, for whatever reason, don't do that stuff over the counter. But a lot of these guys that do push the price in one direction or another are doing it because they also have leverage positions to the up or down side. They're either longing or shorting. So the slippage that they suffer buying it on exchange prices doesn't matter nearly as much as what they're making on the leverage side of things. Do you see? And then once they take profit, then they can basically start selling their Bitcoin, and they can start lowering the price, and they can short it on the way down, rinse and repeat. And they continue doing that sort of stuff while the regular market, just the general folks, us plebs that are out here trying to survive and figure out what's going on, are buying our $100 worth of Bitcoin here, there, and everywhere. So it's, yeah, I believe that a lot of this stuff are whale moves, and I think that that's just kind of the nature of the game. And the thing of it is too, is as news and headlines and bullish sentiment continues to rise, and things like that, well, then that stuff starts to outweigh any of the negative press, which draws in more of the mainstream people into the market. So look, and there's going to be so much stuff as this bull market continues. I mean, I'm getting ready to start breaking 90,000 subscribers, which I feel like I should be at 150. I know I lost over 35,000 subscribers during the bear market. And, and that hurts. But I'm higher than I've ever been. And things are going well and picking up, but that's a testament. Like I can typically judge what's happening in the market just based off of the analytics of my own channel. So it is what it is. Show here, hey bro, there's a book called The Power of Now. It should help with the mental restlessness. If you don't mind, also wanted to ask your opinion on 10 Cents partnership with SHR.disclosure. I wish I knew more about that, but I don't. I don't. I will definitely look up that book though. I haven't heard anything about Tencent in a long time. Thank you, Crow. I've been with you for years, and I've never seen you this way, so I'm going to be careful of what's going on. Yeah, not many people are being very careful, and I think that's a big part of what's bothering me. So many people are just allowing themselves to be enslaved, and the problem is that because there are so many people out there who just either don't care, or they are so righteous in their beliefs one way or another, they're blindly following. And that's honestly, folks, that's how we end up enslaved and imprisoned. I'm just telling you. Like, it's this mentality where you think you're winning something and you're really not. You're actually losing quite a bit. And I'm just constantly blown away by what I'm seeing each and every day right now. And it's like it's not even really worth getting into it. But yeah, I'm just tired of it. Let me scroll up a bit. Glenfiddich 15 is great whiskey. Yeah, I love Macallan. Are you bullish on Link? Yeah, Link is going to do well. I mean, there's no question about it. Link is going to do well. The problem with Link right now is that it's so much more expensive than other projects that are going to do as well or more, that you can get significantly cheaper. So yeah, there are other projects out there that I think are going to do much better. Highly sensitive, HSP, highly sensitive personality. Maybe I am, I don't know, but you're feeling the world like a Jedi. I mean, I don't know. All I know is that I've like had enough. That's all I really know. I've had enough of all of it. I've had enough of all of it. So let's see here real quick. Crow, can you tell me what your title means today about ADA? It was about the Smash servers for Cardano's metadata. You're not old. 70 is old. You know, when you like these lights flush me out so much that I look like a vampire, and I recently just did a you know, a friend reached out to me and she was like, Crow, or well, she calls me Jason, obviously. And she's like, I need to make some money. You know, I'm really struggling. And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you? And she was waiting for me to give her ideas. She's a fantastic photographer, but apparently business has been slow. I don't know if it has something to do with COVID or what, but it's been slow. And I said, look, I'll do a photo shoot. You know what I mean? So we did a photo shoot, and I'm just waiting for the photos and the edit. So I'll have all new thumbnails here soon, and I'll have some fun stuff for Instagram and things like that. But you know, it's and I told her, I was like, do not Photoshop the hell out of these photos, because I went through the proofs and I'm like, they don't need Photoshopped, and I'm so tired of people talking because the ones that I've been using they're like super Photoshopped. But I don't need these to be perfect. I'm not going for any modeling awards or anything. I just want thumbnails and some stuff for social media. So yeah, we'll see what she does. She's like, I can't put out untouched work. So I'm like, okay, so maintain your integrity, but don't make me look like a plastic Ken doll. So yeah. I read all. I don't know what that means. Crypto Crow, the best thing I've done is to turn off the TV news, get rid of social media. Remember, IQ, intelligent, is important, but having a better EQ is better. True. Crow, super important question. What's your favorite pizza topping? Black olives. I love black olives. I'll put black olives on everything. So yeah, I love black olives. I do. I put them on everything. All right, so I'm not gonna bore anybody else. So I'm gonna just, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe go have lunch. It is like 2:00 in the afternoon. I haven't eaten a thing yet. But hopefully, I don't know. Look, things will get better. I know they will. It's just a lot of struggle. It's a lot of frustration, and I thank you guys for basically just letting me vent a little bit. If I explained everything that's happened this whole month, you'd be like, wow, dude. Wow. And I'm still on here. So it is what it is, but I love all you guys. Thank you for joining me. Sorry I got a little carried away. Yes, I will tell the story about how I met my wife someday. I have told it before. I will definitely tell it again. So I'm gonna go chill out now so that I don't have a stroke.